So basic command.
Okay.
So the default shell, as I told you, will be assigned as bash. So whenever you log in, the default shell what will be assigned to you is bash shell, and path of the shell is /bin/bash. So this is the path of your shell, and you may get $sign when you log in. So whenever you get a $sign when you log, that indicates you have logged in as a normal user. And if you get hash prompt, if you log in, that indicates it's a root user, administrator. Okay. That indicates it's a root user. So let me just confirm you what will happen. So once you complete the installation, once the installation is completed, it will ask you for a reboot. After reboot, I'll show you. Let it get restart. So after reboot, you will get this. This is called as grub information, bootloader. The first one is for booting with the operating system. Second one is for rescuing
Mm-hmm.
it. And third one is
Mm-hmm.
UEFI firmware settings. So by default,
Okay.
the first one will be taken. And here, if you see, the developer name is Plow. So by default, the first one will be taken. So you'll get this login prompt, and it will show you the user what you want to log in. So as I told you, in Linux, it is always recommended to log in as a normal user, and then you can switch to root user. But if the user account is not showing here, in that case, what you can do, you can click on not listed. When you click on not listed, it will ask you for a username. So there you can give the username and give the password. That will log into the system.
So not listed means which user that is, then?
If the user is not, if you have created the user in the system and it is not
Yeah.
listing you, in that case you can go for
Mm-hmm.
not listed. Or if you want to log in as a root user, in that case you can go for
Mm-hmm.
not listed. So once you log
Okay.
in, it will ask you welcome you, and it may ask you to take for a tour. If you want, you can go for a tour, and you can say no thanks. And if you see on the right hand side, you have power button, volume, and network. And it is going to show you what are the applications. Few applications it shows you. Remaining applications, if you want to see, you can click on this. That will show you all the applications available in the system. So
Okay.
okay. or you can also go for activities. If you click on activities also, it will show you this. So all applications, whatever applications you want, it will show you all applications. So here I'll directly go for terminal. And here you can see, once you log into the terminal, it is giving you dollar prompt. So dollar prompt is nothing but you have logged in as a normal user. And here it shows you the username at system name. Localhost is nothing but your system name. And here you are getting tilde. Tilde is nothing but it indicates that you are working on your home directory. You're working on your home directory. Got it till here?
Yeah.
So that is what I am showing here, that if you log in as a normal user, you will get $sign. If you log in as a root user, you will get a hash prompt. So let's start with basic commands. ls. So what is ls?
Listing.
List files and directories. To list files and directories from the current directory. So if I'm not specifying any directory name, it is going to list from the current directory. Wherever you are currently working, from that directory, what files and directories it has, that it is going to list. And here if you see, you have something with white color and something with blue color. This color coding is only there with Linux operating system, not with any other flavor of Unix. Like you don't get this color coding in Unix or Solaris or HPUX. You don't get this color coding. This color coding is added only in Linux operating system. Whereas
Okay.
this white color indicates it's a file. Directories are indicated with blue color. Okay. ls space hyphen l. What is ls space hyphen l?
Long listing.
Long list. Long list with detail information. Long list with detail information. So it is going to show you the information about the output. So what is the information? So here we are getting 9 fields. So this is the first field. This is the second field or second column. This is the third column. This is the fourth column, fifth column, sixth column, seventh column, eighth column, and ninth column. So 9 columns you are going to get in this output. So if I talk about this output of ls-l command. So first column, what do you find in the first column here? You can see hyphen D, right?
Yeah.
So this first column indicates the type. First column is file type. First column is file type, where you may find hyphen. So hyphen indicates I'll give it in brackets so that it will be easy to understand. Hyphen indicates it's a regular file. It's a regular file, normal file. Wherever you have hyphen, that indicates it's a file. And if you have D on the first column instead of hyphen, if you find D on the first column, that indicates it's a directory, means folder, directory or folder. L indicates soft link or symbolic link. Soft link or symbolic link. Like in Windows, we call shortcut, right? Thus, shortcuts are known as symbolic link in Linux.
Okay.
B. B is nothing but block device file. Block device file. Block device means physical devices. Physical device file. Like your CD-ROM, hard disk, network card. So those will be your block devices. So this kind of files you will find under /dev directory. Then we have C. C is nothing but character device file. So character device is nothing but logical device. Means which is not physically present but logically created. So that kind of devices are called as character device. So if it is a character device file, you will be having C. S, socket file. S will be, if you have S on the first column, that indicates it is a socket file. Sockets are used for connecting programs. For running connecting programs, it is used as a socket file. Sockets. Any doubt still here?
No.
Okay. Second column. Second column indicates permissions. Second column indicates permissions. And here you can see the permissions.
Yeah.
Yes, these are called as permissions. Like for example, RW hyphen. This is for first three permissions for the owner of the file. File owner. Second three permissions are group members to which the file belongs. If a user belongs to any group, those group members will be having this permission. Third three permission for the other users, others. Apart from owner and group, if there are any other users in the system, those users will be getting this permission. So this is the second column. Third column. What do you find in third column? You can see some numbers here. So this is called as third column. So third column is hard count. Third column is called as hard count. So hard count for files means number of copies of the file present. So how many copies for that file is present? That will be indicating in counts here. So if you have one here, that means there is only one copy of this file. If you have two copies, it will be 2. And hard count for directories means number of subdirectories present in a directory. Present in a directory. So this is the third column. See, these things you need to remember. Only giving ls-l command and seeing the output will not help you. You should understand what exactly it is showing you. What output you are getting. The fourth column. The fourth column is owner of the file or directory. So who is the owner of the file? The owner of the file is Ahmed. The fifth column. The fifth column is group to which file belongs. Group to which file belongs. Here you can see here on the group column also it has Ahmed. In Linux by default every user is created with a group. In detail we'll learn when I do group administration or user administration. So every user is created with the same name of the group. If a user you are creating as Ahmed, a group also will be created as Ahmed.
Okay.
Okay. So for those who is the owner of group, for which group this file belongs? This belongs to Ahmed. And the sixth column. The sixth column is file size. File size in KB blocks. File size in KB blocks. Seventh column. Seventh column. What do you find in seventh column here? You can see the date. So this is your seventh column. So this is nothing but modified date. So it's not created date, it's modified. When the file was last modified, that date will
Okay.
be on the seventh column. Eighth column. Modified time. When the file was last modified. And ninth column is your file or directory name. File or directory name. Ninth column is file or directory name. So these are the 9 columns of your ls-l command. So this you need to understand.
Okay.
Next, ls-a. ls space -a. What is -a for? What
All
is hyphen?
files.
All files. That
All
means
files.
including hidden files. To
Yeah.
list, including hidden files. So it's also going to list the hidden files, dot files. And you can see here, these dot files are listed with this ls-a command. ls-i. ls space -i. What is -i?
Interactive mode.
Hmm?
Interactive mode.
Mhm. So ls-i is nothing but to list with inode information. You can see some number it is showing you before the file name or directory. This is called as inode number.
I
Inode.
Mm-hmm.
Inode. So what is
Okay.
inode? So inode is a unique identification number given to every file and directory created. So whenever you create a file or a directory, file system automatically assigns a unique identification number for that, which is called as inode number. And the file system recognizes the file by its inode number, not by the name. Name, what it is assigning is for your understanding. But the name, sorry, the system recognizes the file by its inode number. Inode is a unique identification number assigned to the files. Excuse me. To files and directories by the file system. The file system recognize the file by its inode number. By its inode number. So whatever name you are giving for the file is for your understanding. That is the inode number. ls hyphen capital F. ls space hyphen capital F. To list the files with their type. To list the files with their type means so normal file, regular file will be listed as it is. After directory name, it is going to give you slash. And if it is a script file, that will give you star after the name. That indicates it's a script file or executable file. So it indicates or lists the file with their type, what type of file it is. ls hyphen capital R. What is ls hyphen capital R?
Recursive.
Recursive. Recursive means it is going to list the directory, and in that directory, what files and directories it has, it is going to list everything. To list with directory hierarchy structure. To list with directory hierarchy structure. You have to make note, command and then description. ls hyphen lowercase r. ls hyphen lowercase r. To list in reverse order. Top will be at the bottom, bottom will be at the top. So here you can see videos first and this core file name is first. In the reverse order. ls hyphen t. ls hyphen t. L with that if you want, you can use. You can add L with that if you want. ls hyphen t. To list with timestamp. To list with timestamp. That means latest modified files will be at the bottom top and oldest will be at the bottom. So which is the latest modified file, that will be at the top and oldest will be at the bottom. So it is going to list with timestamp, modified timestamp. ls hyphen lh. ls hyphen lh. To list the file to list the file size in human readable format. So if you see this number, you will not understand what is the size of the file. So to view the size in human readable format, I can use H with that. And here it is going to show you what is the size of the file. So size of the file is 2.3 GB. So if it is showing in numbers, that is less than kilobytes. So if you are only getting numbers, that means it is less than a kilobyte. Clear till here?
Yes.
Clear. Clear. To clear the terminal. So whatever commands you have executed, it is going to clear that. To clear the terminal, I can use clear command. PWD. What is PWD? What is PWD? Print or present working directory. On which directory you are currently working. That it is going to show when you give pwd, current working or present working directory. Now, for example, here it is showing you that you are working under /home/ahmed. If you want to change the directory, I can use cd and directory name. For example, I'll go for temp, cd temp, cd temp. Now, if you give pwd, it will show you that you are working under temp directory. cd and directory name will change the directory, and pwd will show you what directory you are currently working on. cd space dot dot. What is cd space dot dot?
Means to come out of the directory to upper one.
Yes. To move to the previous directory. So the previous directory for temp is slash. So it will go for slash directory. Now if you give pwd, and you can see here it is working under slash directory now. cd. If I give cd and enter, if I give only cd and enter, that goes to your home directory. Now you can see here tilde. So if you are finding tilde here, you should understand you are working under your home directory. Now if you verify, you can see you are working under home. So either I can give cd and enter, or I can also give cd and tilde. That will also take you to your home directory. Either you can use cd and enter, or you can also use cd and tilde. That will also take you to your home directory. cd hyphen. Any idea what is cd hyphen?
Root directory.
That
CD
will,
tilde is home directory, right?
cd tilde is, it is going to take you to your home directory. cd hyphen, okay. cd space hyphen. So cd space hyphen is going to your last working directory. So which was your last working directory? For that directory it goes. That last working directory was tmp.
Okay.
The last working directory. Okay, got it till here?
Yeah.
ID. To view the user identification information. To view the user identification information. That will show you what is the UID assigned to that user, what is the GID, and what groups the user belongs to, and what are the security context applied for the files created by the user. Those security context and all I'll come later. So when we do when we go for security, so this is the information it shows. It is going to show you the user ID, group ID, and what groups the user belongs to, and security context. And if you want to see what are the groups this user is member of, I can use groups command. That will show you what groups the user is member of. So this user is member of only one group, that is Ahmed. And if you want to see the information of particular user, like for example user ID of a particular user, I can use ID and root, ID and username. That will show you the user ID of that particular user. If I don't give the username, it will show mine. What is my user ID? And if I give user ID and username, that will show you that information of that user. In the same way, groups, if you give groups and root, that will show you for what groups this user belongs. Got it till here?
Yeah.
Now, cat and file name. For example, I'll give the file name as etc pastability. Because we have not created any file, I'm going to use some existing file, sound kamkar, some existing file name. So the existing file what we have is /etc/pastability. To view the contents of the file, that will show the contents of the file. But here, if you give cat and file name, you can see it is directly going to the last lines of the file. So before this, what lines were there, that it is not showing you. So it goes to the last page of the file. How much it can fit to your terminal, that much output it is showing you. So if you want to see the file page by page, I can use more and file name. More and file name. So instead of cat, what I'm using more. Enter. And here you can see it is going to show you the first 40% of the file. Then press space bar. It goes to the next page. Again, press the space bar. It goes to the next page. And if it is done, it is going to come out. So page by page. But here with more command, once you have viewed the page, you cannot go back. So if I give space bar and if I want to go back, I cannot go back. So because of that, there is another command what we can use to scroll up and down. I can use less and file name. So I can use less and file name. By using less and file name, you can scroll up and down from the output. So space bar, that will take you to the next page. And if you want to move up and down, you can use up arrow and down arrow. And once you are done with viewing the file, press Q to come out of it. Press Q to come out. Got it till here?
Yeah.
So this is less command. Who that will show you what are the users logged into the system. Now here you can see here we have logged in as TTY2, we have logged in as Ahmed at this particular time, system time. W, same as who command, but with a detailed information. What time he has logged in, how much idle time it was having, CPU usage, all that information. SU and username. What is SU?
Root. Sudo root.
Where did I give sudo? I'm using only SU, not sudo.
Oh, okay. Switch user root.
Switch user to. So I want to switch to root user. So it will ask you for the password. Give the password. Now you can see you have logged in as root user. But if you see the home directory, it's still under /home/Ahmed. Means it is still working under Ahmed's home directory. It switches to the user, but it does not take the root environment. So if you want to switch with the particular user's environment, in that case, what I'll do, first let me come out of it by using exit command. So if you want to switch with environment, I can use su space hyphen space root. Su space hyphen space root. That will switch to root with root's environment. Now if you see pwd, you can see it is logged in as root with its own environment. So su and username, that is going to switch, but it does not take the environment. Su space hyphen space root, it is going to take the user's environment and login. So this is the difference between su and root and su hyphen root. So when you are going to su, that is use only su and username, is you want to work on the same directory but as another user. In that case, you can use this. If you want to completely switch to that particular user, in that case, you can use su space hyphen space username. That will completely switch to that particular user. Who am I? Who am I? What is who am I?
The user, current user, myself.
So as what user you are currently working. So who am I will show you as what user you are currently working. Who space m space I. I don't think this command works in this version, but I'll give you. Who space m space I. It does not work. Or I can also use log name command. So if it is not working, let me use log name command. So that will show you as what user originally you logged into the system. Originally, as what user you logged into the system. So originally I logged into the system as user Ahmed. So that is the difference between who am I and who am I with space or log name. Any doubts still here? Your installation completed?